The heart chakra has got 12 petals and it is red in colour. The heart is the centre of creation and all the chakras are connected to it. On a physical level, the heart chakra is responsible for the respiration and heartbeat, and it is this chakra that produces the necessary antibodies to fight against any attack that tries to compromise our immune system.
The center heart is governed by the Mother of the Universe. She gives us the sense of security. When you are at the age of 12 years, the bone that is in front here starts emitting antibodies. It creates antibodies within it till the age of 12 years. And then these antibodies are really the soldiers of the Mother of the Universe. We call her Jagadamba in Sanskrit language. And they spread to the whole of the body, and wherever there is an attack, they inform each other and they fight it out. These antibodies are created in the sternum bone, in the front side of the, we can say the ribs, where the ribs meet, thoracic region, that part, they stay there, are created till the age of 12 years. Now what happens in ladies especially, they are the mothers also. When their motherhood is challenged, they get a problem. Like a woman, say her husband is a flirt, he has a roving eyes or sort of a thing, and she's insecure. Then this motherhood is challenged. And when it is challenged, she gets a problem there. And she gets a disease of the breast cancer and all that is caused by the insecurity of a woman. If a woman is insecure, she may be with any reason insecure, she gets this breast cancer.
The hidden essence of the whole creation is love, and the heart is the source of joy and love within us.
This center is very important. On the left-hand side is the mother's side, and the mother itself is, if the mother is a lunatic, you get a problem there. The father resides in this center, previous center, the Nabhi chakra, and rises above and then settles down on to the right side. This is the fatherhood. Say, a gentleman yesterday told me that he had trouble with his asthma. It comes from the father's grief. It can happen to any one of us. If a man is unkind to his son, it's a father principle. If the son is unkind to the father, so the father is hurt. It's the father principle if it is disturbed by any chance, or suddenly father dies and you feel the pinch of that all your life. All that can work out here and you get this right heart catch. With that, you get asthma. It is said that in homeopathy they believe that with more tension you get it. Because when you are more tense, you see, you remember your father. If he was here, he would have helped you. In the subconscious, sometimes it works out. And that's how it adds to the problem. It is so simple to work out that you'll be amazed that if you have to just raise the principle of father in a person like that, who might be a dejected father, who might be a cruel father, who might be a son who has lost the father, can be anything. That you have to just put your hand on that part and just say a mantra, a chanting, which will raise or which will awaken the fatherhood in a full bloom, and you get cured.
When the Kundalini awakens this chakra, our heart is united with the all-pervading power of love, awakening within us the state of yoga, which means our union with the divine, giving us all the joy and bliss that belongs to this state. The The spirit that resides on the left side of this chakra is nothing but the reflection of the Absolute within us, and it is what we should call our real or true inner self.
There are two hearts. One is the heart of the spirit and one is the heart chakra. Spirit is a very ambiguous word. Even to alcohols we call it spirits, even to the dead souls we call them spirits, and even to the spirit, that is BR, the pure being, which is called as Atma in Sanskrit language, we call the word spirit. Here I am talking about that spirit, which is the pure being within you, which is a detached being within you, which is the witness within you, which sees you all the time, which watches you, which resides within you as joy and happiness in the heart. It resides in the heart. This spirit is not in our conscious mind, is not in our central nervous system, is not under our control. To give it an analogy, I say that the left side within us is like the brake, and the right side is like an accelerator in a car. Now, in the car, we are learning driving, sitting in the front seat, and there is the master watching at the back and seeing the whole play. Now, what you do is to go to the left, means sometimes you put the brake, sometimes you put the accelerator, make mistakes, and then you learn how to drive. That learning how to drive is the wisdom part of it, which comes to us through balancing our lives. Balance is the most important thing to begin with. But even if you don't have balance, I have seen in Sarjaga very imbalanced people get into the balance. Now this balancing, left and right, or say of the brake and the accelerator, gives you a position where you can say, now you have mastered the driving. But still there is the master sitting at the back. Then you become the master. The master is the spirit within you. You become the spirit and you start watching yourself as a driver. The whole thing becomes like a play, like a drama. That you separate yourself and start seeing everything happening before your eyes. Everything happening just like a drama outside you. And you are not the part and parcel of it. So you enter into the area of your axis and the periphery loses its impact on you. You become a person who is silent, blissful, quiet, and sees the periphery, the movement of the periphery, but you are not in it.
You are.
You are in the outline of a meadow, on a hill, far away.
In the landscape of a light pink sky, among sparkling pearls.
Close by, in the water drop that quivers with 1,000
Close
rainbows.
by, in the water drop that quivers with 1,000 rainbows, on the tip of a delicate blade of grass.
Everywhere.
In the ever-changing forms of this world,
You breathe in the clouds, in the leaves.
in the animals, in the rocks,
in the children, in every being.
in every being.
You are.
You are.
You are.
You are in the finite,
in the finite
and
of the infinite universes.
And
I desire you
always
in my heart.
Now we can put our right hand on our hearts and observe our breathing. Let's try to gradually reduce the rate of our breathing, making the breaths deeper and longer, creating a pause between the in-breath and the out-breath. Repeat this exercise until you feel immersed in a state of complete inner silence that expands within us. Now let's try to feel in our hearts some of our qualities awakened by Kundalini. Let's put our right hand on our heart and ask, Mother Kundalini, Please help me to feel in my heart the purity, the compassion, the love and the joy. Help me to feel the poetry of life, the beauty of nature, and the harmony of the universe. Mother Kundalini, help me to expand the emotions of my heart. Let me reach an inner state without limits, without beginning or end. Please help me to rise above everything, to witness the universe in complete connection with the soul of the cosmos. Mother Kundalini, let the heart of the universe be the object of my meditation. Help me to forgive from the heart with sweetness and lead me to reach an inner bliss. We can finish by putting our right hand 5 to 10 centimeters above our fontanelle bone area and try to listen to the silence of our heart through the river of vibrations that flows out from this channel. Let's put back our right hand on our heart and try to feel that we are part and parcel of the universal spirit.